The world is changing, you guys, and we're all feeling disrupted, but we don't know what to do. Divorce, elections, war, there's a lot of disruptions every day, which turns into a distraction. How do we survive and thrive in a rapidly changing world? So I made multiple six figures. I had passive income. It's possible to do it all, and it's possible to have it all, and we're gonna show people how to do it. This is very key for you to be successful in your own life. Hang out with people more successful than you. You can have everything right, but if the 5 people around you are doing not what you want to do, you're not going to be where you need to be. If your skin is in the game, I promise you would be listening. If you don't feel that, not enough skin, or in the wrong game. If I did not sacrifice everything to be here, if I had an option out, I'm weird like that. I'm all or nothing. Disruption happens all the time, doesn't it? How do you guys feel about 2024? Is it going to be very disruptive? Oh yeah. More than ever. And this is something I want to not forewarn because life is life, but actually speak to it because business is not romantic. It's not butterflies and unicorns all the time. You're in this room because there were sacrifices, there was calls, there was disruptions in your own life that woke you up, yes, yes? And all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I need to make a change. Or I have to learn to change before I'm forced to change. Yes? So, disruption is ahead. We went through the pandemic. I can tell you a lot of people didn't show up today because of illness. It's not COVID, but supposedly it's a new strand of the flu. There's this cough that we can't get rid of for 3 to 4 weeks. And I'm disrupting my own slides. It's only one button, right? It's forward. I only know how to go forward. Okay. Unemployment? Anyone here fun employed? Fun employed? Yes. Okay, I'm in the right group. Unemployed by choice? Yes. Unemployment. I saw a lot of news. Google's laying off 30,000 folks. Who else is laying off? Apple, all the high tech. Wait, the Fortune 500s are laying off people? That comfort I was feeling as an engineer, high tech, well, we're from Silicon Valley, so that's all we hear. No one wants to hear about life insurance and annuities because Google takes care of me, right? Maybe, until you get the notice. Divorce, elections, war, there's a lot of disruptions every day, every moment, which turns into a distraction. And to me, disruption doesn't have to be as big as a war or an election or someone dying next to you. I know that's very harsh. It can be, hey, I'm focused on my vision. I have this drive, but all of a sudden something disrupts my moment. It can throw me off. And that's going to happen all the time. So with that, how do we survive and thrive in a rapidly changing world? In a swiping world, swipe right, swipe left, every 30 seconds, 8 seconds, my kids need me. How do you thrive and survive? The world is changing, you guys, and we're all feeling disrupted, but we don't know what to do. And it's so hard to change, isn't it? But I want to commend each and every one of you guys because you chose to change. You are the driver of your own life. You guys drove so far. You fought illnesses. You got babysitters. You did whatever it took to get here for who? You. Thank you. It's okay to say. Can you be selfish a little bit? Who are you here for? Awesome. But as a collective, because we're here for us, because we practice self-love, aren't we better for the collective? Yes. Please get that through your head. So, the rate of change, we talk about rate of return, we talk about rate of a lot of things, but let's talk about the rate of change. Change is only going to get faster, yes? So expect feeling disrupted. Is there a laser? No? Laser? Just my focus? Can I use my thingy? No dread zone, right, you guys? We good? So do I have to press 1 and laser 1? I'll make it work. We'll make it work. Always. Okay. I like this. Okay. So expect to feel disrupted. That many things will not make sense, and it will conflict with what you already know. You will face conflict all the time. Things you may not understand, especially when you're awakening, especially when you're raising more awareness, especially when you're hanging out with people who are speaking truth to you, and you'll be like, no, my God, I've been clocking in and clocking out. I haven't been paying attention. I haven't been present. But someone came to me and was like, look, things are changing, or something's changing. I don't feel comfortable. What do I do? So there's this quote from an education entrepreneur, Michael Simmons. Anyone familiar with Michael Simmons? I want you to take this rate of change to heart. This is very key for you to be successful in your own life and key for your next generation. The rate of change will be 4 times what it is now. What feels like a year's worth of change by today's standard will occur in 3 months. I repeat, what feels like a year's worth of change by today's standard will occur in 3 months. When someone who is 10 today is 60, they'll experience a year of today's rate of a change of 11 days. How does that make you feel? Old? Dang, I'm aging by the minute, the moment. In a weird way, it makes me feel like I'm not crazy. It makes me feel like, man, I've been anxious. Things are happening so fast, and I do not understand. What is wrong with me? Anybody ever been in that dark space? I'm doing everything right. I'm showing up. I'm clocking in. I'm being the best mom I could, but how come I still don't feel right? It's because I can't change as fast. And it's not us. You just have to understand your environment is changing. And once you're aware of that, we're all not crazy. It's just the world's getting crazy. So you got to up your crazy a little bit. Y'all ready to up your crazy? Yeah. Awesome. Then we're in the right group of people. So, you guys didn't recognize this guy? Yeah. CEO of Wealth United. I call him Coach for a reason. When I met this gentleman, it was at the 10th year of my career in life insurance and team building model. 10 years I dedicated to building this industry. Night and day, I sacrificed everything, worth it, not complaining. And then I reached something, I'm like, man, this rate of change is not changing fast enough, or something I'm doing needs to change. Something I'm doing needs to change, because at this rate of change, I will not be in business. At this rate of change, everyone who trusts me, who's following me, for whatever reason, I thank you guys, and I pray for y'all at the same time, okay? But thank you. That pressure really brings out the best in me, because it's not about me, it's not about my family, it's about our family altogether. But I was looking like, man, I want to be, success to me is not just money. Can I be a life agent with a life? Can I follow someone with the lifestyle I want? And I want a healthy family. I want to spend as much time as possible, because that's what I went into business for time freedom. So I made multiple 6 figures. I had passive income, but how come I didn't have time freedom? And I got introduced to Dane, what we call Papa Dane, our coach, and I realized he has a lot of kids, which is great, and a lot of grandchildren, and he never misses a moment. And while I'm saying this, if you don't mind, just because we're that type of family and collaboration. So Dane's daughter, Stephanie, is having her first child right now. She's in labor since Tuesday. So with that being said, we're going to need some prayer warriors or energy, whatever you believe in, the universe, whoever. If you can send some good vibes to Dane and his family, his daughter, Stephanie, and grandson named? Clifton James. They're having little challenges right now, but I believe after today is going to be all good. Yeah? And thank you for being here, Dane. I know you are committed to, and this is the alignment we're talking about. We all know you guys made sacrifices, and none is too small, and no, it's all great. Some people, this was your last penny coming here. Thank you for investing in you. The rate of return, the rate on time investment, the rate on learning return on learning will be tenfold, I promise you that. Because we were there. We were all there. So to Stephanie, right? And Clifton. So when I met Dane, he's been in the insurance industry for almost over 30 years, 35 years. Kitchen table appointment. You guys remember that? Kneecap to kneecap, eyeball to eyeball. To me, I like it. I understand it. Too slow for me to serve, but at the same time takes time away from my family. At the same time, anyone got an awakening when AI started coming? Like, holy crap, am I going to be replaced with AI? Do you guys think we're going to be replaced with AI? Nah, I'm going to tell you why, too. You cannot. If you're strategic, because we're not button pushers. So that's why I'm going to go over why you're going to be here. You're going to be all right, number one. Because if you're looking for family lifestyle, if you're looking to be a life agent or have a business with a life, you're in the right place. If you're the type, hustle dark to dark, do whatever it takes no matter what, that's half true. But remember what you give up in pursuit of what you want. And I would like to say this out loud as an executive vice president. I do not want you to sacrifice your lifestyle to do this business. Even though the cause is worthy, I believe in harmony, you guys. It's possible to do it all, and it's possible to have it all, and we're going to show people how to do it. Can we do that? Yeah. And if we're ever out of pocket, permission to call each other out. Even me. Yeah. If I'm not my best self for us, please call me out. And permission, if I know you are better than you are today, can I call you out? Because that's how you want to talk? I'm talking to everybody, okay? But I know it's about you. We're working. I'm just kidding. But this is the culture we're building. What you see here today, take a picture, take a mental note. This is the smallest you'll ever see us, because this is just the beginning. We are purposely not going big and fast yet, because culture and foundation comes first. I've been there. We're not here to collect a bunch of bodies. No, we're here to transform lives who want to be transformed, because they feel the rate of change. So don't confuse me with the truth. Why do I want to say this? I didn't even understand what a contrarian was. This guy came to me and was like, we're just merchants of ideas. I'm like, he's a philosopher. I think Jesus just came to my life. Like, that's how I felt when I met Dane. I was like, holy crap. He's like speaking so much life into me. He goes, people just think different, or they think a certain way. We just got to show them a different way to think. And then he said this line, don't confuse me with the truth. How deep is that? How many times are we telling the truth about money, the truth about leadership, the truth about the rate and change, the truth that we're actually real people, we're not on Kool-Aid, we just know the truth. And you're seeking for help, you're looking for a handout, but I'm trying to give you a hand up, but you're confusing me with the truth. So you have to understand that with the rate of change and with people being confused, you have to be a student of human nature. In this era of disruption, please have compassion and understand human nature. People don't know how to change. They're not ready for the truth. They've been believing that the 401k and pray has been a great strategy, but everyone around them with the 401k is broke. But because everyone around them is normal and okay, they think it's normal until you meet a contrarian. Until you realize, hey, normal isn't working. I don't want to be a nurse for 25 years and not have a life. I've been dedicating my life to serve and wipe whatever. But where's my life? Where's my retirement? Who's taking care of me when I'm taking care of anybody else? Yes? Hence, your calling to be here. So people are going to be confused. It's okay. You're going to be confused all the time. But just stumble forward. Can we do that? Can you stay confused and stumble forward? That's what the system is for, which tomorrow I'm so excited about, because as long as you tell me, eat right, exercise, sleep early, I will know how to, whatever, right? Whatever you want to call it. Everything has a system. In this business, we have steps. You're always going to be confused. It's normal. The rate of change is nuts. But if you have a system and process to back you up to make sure, like, hey, here's the blueprint. Here's what we've been doing. Here's what's been proven. Just take the next step. So don't confuse me with the truth. Well, the truth is, this is not a business strategy session. Some of you guys here, I'm looking for the next business strategy. Possibly. We have a lot of those. But why is this not a business strategy session, and why did I switch this up? Because I realize you don't need business strategies when we already have systems. That's been proven. Also, strategies evolve and is always changing. What worked 20 years ago in financial services is not working now. That's why we're disrupting. And if you don't choose to change, you're going to be out of business or forced to change. This is about fundamentals, enduring laws. Notice it said laws of building great things and becoming great yourself. These are laws that haven't worked works now, and will work 100 years from now. How many of you guys would love to learn that instead? That no matter what, no matter how disruptive the world is, my life is, internally, externally, I have the laws, the principles to make sure that I will be successful no matter what. I think that is way more empowering than you coming to see, how do I get more followers? You don't need that. Because if you know the laws, you will attract the followers. The right followers. Thank you. Yes. So laws and principles is what we have to study. Business, there's a lot of laws and principles. A great book, Principles by, anybody? It's a big black. Huh? Ray Dalio, yes. Great book, by the way. So this is why ensuring impact, if you don't know the 2 slashes, that's an ensuring impact logo. Some of you guys are missing pins, so remind me to get you guys pins. How are we recession-proof, pandemic-proof, and AI-proof? Because we are in the personal development. We are a personal development company with a comp plan attached to it. I'll say it again. We are a personal development company with a compensation plan attached to it. This is powerful because we are in the people's business. And once businesses forget they're in the people's businesses, they're going to get out of business. Because people move products. Products don't move people. How do we become AI-proof? Relationship. Strategy. Who will you trust more, a bot who maybe knows you, or your really good agent who got to know you for the last 5 years? Or maybe a really trusted advisor who referred you to another trusted advisor. Which one will stay in business longer? The trusted advisor. Trust is what we're in the business in. And that is people's business. It's in the trust business. Another great book, Speed of Trust. Stephen Covey. Sorry, I'm a nerd. Yes, nerd core. The Speed of Trust. It's a great 1-hour YouTube on it too, if you want to just be really quick. You will never out-earn your identity. Write that down, take it a tattoo, whatever it takes to remind you and remind us that what you see in the mirror, your identity, will most likely be how much you'll be earning. If you think you're worth $10 an hour, you're going to probably earn $10 an hour. And you'll get excited for $11 an hour. When I'm going to tell you you're at least 1,000. But you're like, Denise, don't confuse me with the truth. I've been making $10 an hour. I've been a nail tech. I've been a janitor. I've been a salary base for 100,000. How am I worth more? Well, Mrs. VP at Google or whatever, you're making 100,000 doing everything I'm doing and more. You're overqualified. People just need to understand. Or has anyone heard that lottery effect? When you win the lottery, why do you think someone who plays the lottery, they win the lottery, they get all this money, and they lose it? They've never been exposed to earning it. Their thinking didn't change, thanks, Matt. Mindset. It all boils down. They're not driving on the right track. Okay, if you think I put them on the right track, you think they'll still make it? It depends if they have a certified trainer. Yeah. Inside joke. It really boils down to their identity. We've all been here. Remember your first big paycheck or your raise? You're so used to having maybe $1,000 in your bank. You're 20-something years old. $1,000 was a lot of money, right? And all of a sudden you get a $2,000 deposit, a $3,000 deposit, but you're so used to just seeing 1,000, everything else is just extra. Let me just spend because I can. Because I'm comfortable with $1,000 in my bank. That's an identity challenge. That's a money wound. Yeah? Am I speaking different languages for y'all? So that's something we all have to seek, because I'll tell you, in this business, not only yourself as a consultant when it comes to financial services, a lot of your identity is deflecting and pushing your clients away. There's a lot of coaching sessions I have where I'm like, this client is willing to put away $1,000, $2,000 away a month. How come you walked away with and this is not an upsell, this is doing the right thing. The client is so ready and be like, look, please maximize my portfolio. Please OPM me. I have $1,000 to $2,000 to move around, but how come this agent only asked them to move $100 from the left pocket to the right pocket? Because that agent was not used to the extra commas and the zeros, and that's an identity challenge, you guys. So how can you raise your identity? Personal development, hence being this crowd. Thank you. You guys are really doing my presentation. So we at Ensuring Impact is a platform to help you master these 4 W's so you can raise your identity and be very successful in life. And these 4 W's you can apply in your business and in your life, which to me is the same. Your personal life will reflect your business life, yes? And if anybody tells you otherwise, get ready for it. Because it has to be an inside-out game. It's an inside-out game, and we will call you inside out. But also give grace, right, Dane? In an environment to cultivate you, because we all understand it's tough to change. But don't we need community? Awesome. So what are the 4 W's? The success in your life is proportional to the numbers of W's you can control. How many control freaks here? I am happy about being controlling the things I can control. Okay? Controlling things I can control. Woo! You can be excited. I see you. Put your foot up. Control freaks. Yay. We need a hat. Control freaks. Thumbs up. Yes. So what are the 4 W's that you need to learn how to control? We all do. And this is a forever life journey, okay? So to thrive in chaos, to thrive in disruption, to thrive in whatever you want to call it, you need to conquer these 4 W's. 1, who are you and what do you stand for? Identity. 2, the vehicle that will create your time and money freedom. Anyone here interested in time and money freedom? Anyone here allergic to money? Okay, I'm in the right crowd, because some of you guys are scared money don't make money, right, honey? All right. W number 3, why others should listen to you. What's your unique voice, your brand, your reputation? And 4, who you journey with, your community. These are the big 4 W's that will help you be successful once you learn how to control it. Let's go to the first W, who you are. 1, what you know. This is your knowledge. How many of you guys here are here seeking knowledge? Good. It's a constant thing. I hope you're seeking knowledge, but some of you guys are stuck here, right? I think what I know is who I am. No. Part of it, that is the first part. Number 2, what you can do, skills. Number 3, who you know, your network. Number 4, what you have, your resources. I know there's a lot of W's. And then 5, what the world thinks of you, your reputation. And this is very key in this order to help you build your identity, to help you conquer the first W's. There's 4 capital W's, and these are little W's. So you don't get confused. All right. So who you are, these are keys. You cannot, imagine buckets. You cannot pour from an empty bucket. And this is monumental when you are in this business, especially when you become a certified trainer, right? You're supposed to transfer knowledge. But how many of you guys feel insecure? Like, I don't have enough knowledge. All the time. But how do you know when you have enough knowledge? There's too much. There's too much knowledge out there. I'm still learning. Dane is still learning. Neil is still learning. Everybody's learning every day. But that's one side. You have to fill up the next bucket. It's 2, applied knowledge. That's your skill. So very key points. You cannot pour from an empty bucket. 2, the first 2 you cannot take away. So who you know, what you have, and what the world thinks of you, that can disappear anytime. But the first 2 is something you can never take away. And this is very powerful for me to share with you guys. When I met Dane, I made the biggest decision of my life to transfer to Wealth United and be like, look, I'm going to do something. I'm ready to go from good to great. I'm ready to give it all up. Because I have the knowledge and the skills. But I felt like, wait, I think I have a network too. So it took 10 years for me to understand this cycle. This is not going to happen overnight, okay? When you guys start grading yourself and taking notes and reflecting after this conference, have grace on yourself. This is something that we're going to work on continuously. And you have to fill these buckets in the right order. Why? Knowledge applied equals skill. Yes? You can have all the knowledge in the world, but you have 0 experience. Who's going to listen to you? How are you going to build a reputation? What's your reputation? She knows a lot, but she doesn't do anything. Do you want to do business with that person? She talks a lot. He got the alphabet soup, but I don't trust him. See, you guys look at business a different way, because sometimes we're also title-driven. He's a CEO. He's a financial advisor, right? He looks sharp. She wears high heels. Doesn't matter. It doesn't. Knowledge applied equals skill. And then when you have the knowledge and the skills, you become valuable to your network. And that's when you start attracting people of same values, yes? Same principles and possibly same skills that you want to learn from you and or want to add value to you because they believe in where you're going. Does that make sense? How many guys felt like you're stuck at 1? You're like, man, if I moved to 2 to 3, I would have been a lot faster. All of us. Or all of us thought we're there and you realize you're not there yet. So this can be very empowering or hopefully also humbling, depending on where you guys are at. You become valuable to your network, and then your network gives you the resources, yeah? How many of you guys here in business be like, it's who you know, not what you know? All day. But who will do business with you? Until you have the knowledge, the skills, and possibly the network to add value. It has to be in this order. And then after your resources expand, knowledge plus skills plus network and resources equals your reputation. And I love this line that Coach Dane, Papa Dane, taught me. He said, in good times, you make income. In bad times, you make reputation or character. It's been bad times during COVID. It's been bad times during the elections. It's been bad times with this new flu, this disruption. 2024 will be a year of chaos. Seriously. If you're paying attention, if you're not, you're here, please pay attention. I'm telling you, it's going to be chaotic. It already is if you're not listening. I don't want you to listen to the news and get fearful. I just want you to be aware so you know what to do, so you're in control of your life, so you can control the 4 W's you have, so you can be a driver of your family, you can be a driver of your life, and you're not going to just walk with your tails tucked in. Yes? I don't believe in that. It breaks my heart when people feel hopeless. My internal mission is to battle hopelessness. If you guys, all you guys here, most of you guys had a one-on-one session with me, right? You already know when you come to me, I'm going to speak as much life into you as possible. Why, when you're a driver, why, when you're in America, are you feeling like this? We have a roof over our head, food, shelter, water. Food, shelter, water. You got food, shelter, water? Food, shelter, water. Enough water? There's a water over there. There's water over there. Okay, there's food. Food, shelter, water. What else do y'all need? Love. We all need love. Everyone put up your hearts. Love, 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 love. Awesome. Food, shelter, water. You guys ever thought about that? Beyond that, what do you need? A vacation? Purpose in a tribe, yes. So it goes to, I'll get there. So I want you to read this, especially with the rate of change in your mind. Stop telling yourself you're not qualified, good enough, or worthy. How many of you guys have these ugly, nasty thoughts in your mind? Yes? Oh, my son talks to me like that. I'm like, I'm going to bully the bully. Who is in my son's head? If you ever hear me talk to my son, I'm like, who is in your head? Who's telling you that? You hear mommy's voice, or you hear their voice? Oh, I don't hear your voice. I'm like, can you hear God's voice? Because then that works. But seriously, don't we have these things? I'm not good enough. I don't know enough. But here's the truth. Growth happens when you start doing things you're not qualified to do. We were never qualified to grow. That's why we need to grow. Can we accept that truth, or are you going to stay confused? We're going to stay confused and stumble forward, but we're going to accept that truth. Please, none of us is qualified to do what we're doing right now. Even me. I'm becoming a woman that I don't even know, but I'm stepping up to it. Right? Running a company. We can build teams, but running a company is a different thing. Building a culture is a different game. Maybe you've been a solopreneur. Right? Maybe you've been in the restaurant business and financial services is something totally new. Maybe you've been an employee for 30 years and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? What's a tax write-off? It's the sexiest thing, isn't it? Tax write-offs. We're going to grow. You're going to be forced to grow. You're going to have to grow. I want you to be so crazy that if you're not uncomfortable, anybody here reach that stage when now you're like, I'm too comfortable. Something's wrong. Anybody weird like that? Anyone weird like that? Let me tell you how weird this group is. Where do we connect? When I first met Dane, he took an ice bath that morning. I'm like, yes, this guy's crazy. I love it. Because I'm into that. I do Cairo. I love ice bath. I just like to put myself in uncomfortable situation so I can master myself. Isn't it weird? Anybody here been there, played sports, been an athlete? I got to do my hair? Okay, sorry. Camera crew? Okay. Anybody here played sports? Been an athlete? Remember how we had to get uncomfortable to grow. You had to go to the gym and rip some muscles in a sense. Not rip literally, but you know, when how muscle grows, it has to rip. You have pain, growth. Pain equals growth. Uncomfortable equals growth. So if you're comfortable, if you're safe in your 9 to 5, if your client's safe on a 9 to 5, and you're comfortable where you're at, I think something's wrong. That's how I see things. You're waking up, you're snoozing, you have no motivation, you have no drive, nothing excites you. That's an indicator for me that you need some ensuring impact. You need some love. You need some hype squad. You need someone believing in you. And by the way, we make money doing it. That's literally our culture. Growth happens when you start doing things you're not qualified to do. Please let that sink in. Once you understand that, you are exactly where you need to be. And you're exactly who you need to step up to. Oh, wait, go back. Rate of change too fast. I don't know. I speak too much life. All right. So, W1, right, who you are. To master knowledge and skills, you have to create an obligation to teach it. This is a secret sauce. You have to create an obligation to teach it. Ahem. CT program. Okay, our certified training program. You guys think we're trying to train you to be a financial advisor? No. We're trying to change you to transfer your knowledge and skills so you can help someone else become successful. Because someone needs you. Someone poured into you. Can you bless it forward, please? And the more you teach it, the more you master it, so that if one day no one shows up and you had to do it all over again, you would know how to make 6 figures in your sleep. That's the CT program. Not, let me leverage the smartest person. Yes, but it's not leveraging them to make money, but it's also, please teach me everything you know. Please give me your 20 years of experience so I don't have to go through it. That's leverage. That is a smart business owner. Hire people smarter than you and learn from them. C students hire A students for a reason. An obligation to teach it. That is systematic, which you will learn tomorrow. There's a human element. There is soft skills in our system that I need you to realize. This is not about you getting a sexier resume, right? Trying to get another degree and make it look like a certain thing. No, you're going to have to learn how to teach. Wouldn't that build, remember, what's the order? Knowledge. Apply knowledge to skills. And then it comes your network. Once you start teaching more, doesn't your network come to you? I have people calling me all of a sudden, hey, can you be my podcast, talk about money? I'm like, I talk about money? Oh yeah, I do talk about money all the time. And then you build your reputation from there. You have to have skin in the game. And skin can be money, to be personal commitment. You have to give yourself something to lose. You guys all are here today, and you're committed, and you showed up, because if you didn't, you know you're going to have something to lose. What do you think human nature is? Are we more motivated to not lose or win? Not lose. Not lose. And why is the CT program very, very powerful? I usually don't feel qualified to train any person, even if you come to me today, because everyone's different. If you have more than one child, isn't every child different? You don't treat every child the same. I get very nervous every time I have to be a mom in that moment. Like, is this child more like this? Is this child more like this or like this? I don't know. You know, like, you do like this? You will never, because that trust, that gift that you give someone to lead you, to train you, is the most powerful thing you can empower your trainer. Because it's going to pull out the best in them, yes? Because now I have something to lose. Yeah, you came into this business. You sacrificed 10 to 15 hours a week, a few hours here and there in Zoom. And you're maybe on Zoom because your camera's not on, but I'm going to just assume that you are, and I hope you are, okay? That sacrifice that you give, that's skin in the game. Your 1 hour is skin, my 1 hour is skin, yes? I may not lose money because we're working for free in a sense, yes? But we understand in business, delayed gratification is going to pay back tenfold because I'm pouring into this person. The skin in the game for me as a certified trainer, as a vice president, as a leader, as a business partner is reputation. Michelle trusted me to walk her through these steps. I don't have to know everything. I just need to be a half a step ahead. It's systematic. Just like what we did yesterday, right? Put your blindfolds on. I didn't ask you to use the chopsticks yet. I asked you to put your blindfolds on. There's a step to it. It was purposeful. It was intentional. A word I learned recently from a trainee, and I love this, intentional discipline. Intentional discipline. Are you disciplined is one, but are you being intentional on what you're doing each step? Some of us, me back in the day, if you guys ever heard this, I had someone call me out when I first started this business. He said, Denise, you're too smart for your own good and too skeptical for business, because I was an ask-hole. Any ask-holes here? I ask a lot of questions and don't do anything. That was me. Because I was in a... Yay, we have control freaks and ask-holes. I'm in the right place. Yes? And I was just that person. I question everything. I still do, okay? But when you're dealing with money in my family, I ask a lot of questions, as you should. Hence why I'm a skeptic turned advocate. So don't overlook the skeptic. I will take a skeptic, but I will not take a cynic. Write this down. It's okay to have a skeptic, but not a cynic. Do you know the difference? A skeptic is someone who's interested, who just has questions. Learn how to answer their questions. Because I'm interested. I just want to know more. I'm here to do my due diligence. I'm about to make a commitment. I'm about to put trust into you. I'm about to fly 6 hours. I'm about to drive in the snow. Whatever it is, that is skin in the game. Please pay attention and answer my questions if I matter. I hope they matter to you. A cynic is someone who's just a negative Nancy. If anyone's named Nancy, I'm sorry. Any Nancys? Just you? Okay. But she's a positive Nancy. I was like, is there a Nancy in the building? Or there's a lot of names. I don't want to call all the names. But a cynic is just someone who just doesn't believe. No matter what you do, no matter if you slap them with the truth, you can have all the PowerPoints, you can have all the statistics, they still will not believe it. Identity problem. I'll send them to a coach. Call Steph. Steph Lacey will help that, okay? We have a solution for everything in this room. Skin in the game. How many of you guys feel like you have skin in the game? Does it take another level of commitment just because you said yes? Yeah? It requires that. And whenever you feel, and this is just my craziness, whenever you feel like you have too much skin and it's scary, I want you to lean into it a little bit more. That, to me, is a God wink. Oh, this is scary. I've never been here before. You want me to do what? You want me to go on camera? I hate the camera. But I feel called to do it. Anybody felt like that? Everyone ever met a stranger and you felt called? Like, why do I need to talk to this person? Why do I need to shake this hand? Why did I have to sit next to this person all of a sudden? And then you're in that moment and you're present because your skin is in the game, whatever game you're in, if hope is serving people, you're going to realize, holy crap, they're going through cancer. Oh my God, they're suffering in silence because they just lost half their portfolio. Or their business is about to go out of business because they're not recession-proof, AI-proof. They don't have relationship. Are you listening? If your skin is in the game, I promise you would be listening. If you don't feel that, not enough skin or in the wrong game. Not enough skin or in the wrong game. If I did not sacrifice everything to be here, if I had an option out, we're like that. I'm all or nothing. You don't have to be like that. Please don't. Don't sacrifice what you do. You have to afford to be able to. That's a different thing. Does that make sense? I'm not talking to you. You're just here, VIP. You don't want attention, don't be VIP. You know what VIP stands for? What does VIP stand for? Very important person. So you're important, okay? Let's talk about it. I'm not your guru moment. I'm gonna be Tony Robbins. How many of you guys felt something there? Not enough skin or in the wrong game? Or a lot of skin in the wrong game? That too. That's when you need a new track, right? We're talking about you need another track. Who you are, to invest in your identity, to master knowledge and skills, create an obligation to teach it. That will give you skin in the game. Having children made me a better entrepreneur. It's crazy. They said, if you cannot lead children, how can you lead adults? Someone heard that. I'm talking to somebody. If you cannot lead children, how can you lead adults? And they're the most coachable, most available, most committed. That was wild. But because I'm their mother, I have skin in the game, yeah? I was like, man, I better be a better human being, a better leader. I better improve my character, my habits, because they're watching. Skin in the game. You guys have heard of Feynman technique? This is how you start teaching. These are the 4 steps when you learn something I want you to process and go through, okay? It strips away complexities. If you cannot teach what you're doing and learning, because you're going to have so much knowledge after this conference, if you can't teach it, you're going to have to start practicing how to simplify it. So it takes away the complexity. So number 1, you learn it. We're going to learn. Number 2, teach it to a child. If you need to borrow one, let me know. I have 2. Anybody here have children? Okay. Anybody here, your children hears your Zoom? And they start talking all of a sudden? Yes. They're listening. It's amazing. Share it, then review it. Teach it to a child. Are they understanding? If you cannot explain it in 5 or less minutes, you're too complicated, too fancy. It doesn't work here. Remember, we're in the business of people. You guys remember when you first started, we didn't talk indexing. We didn't talk percentages or infinite banking and loan rates and arbitrage. These are big, scary words. Be a huge, huge fan of jumbo crayon. Jumbo crayon, please, because the financial service industry is too complex, and they do it purposely to confuse you and not tell you the truth about money. Even the entrepreneur world, they're going to be like, you got to work and sacrifice everything, and you cannot have it all yet. We at Wealth United and Ensuring Impact believe that you can harmonize, have it all, and do it all at the same time. One of my really great friends and business partner taught me a saying. He said, when you play chess, you don't move all the pieces at once. I love chess strategy. I was like, you're right, because sometimes you're just trying to move everyone. You're trying to do everything at once. I need a successful marriage. I need a successful children. Everything has to be perfect. Is it ever like that? So there is no such thing as balance, and if it is, it's only seasonal. Get ready for the disruption and the rate of change. Find harmony. Include your family into it. So when I tell my son, Mommy's going to be traveling, okay, it's going to be this week. I'm going to work very hard, but after this week, it's all us. Give them something to look forward to, or they're going to be like, Mommy, Daddy, you're just working all the time. You're disrupting me. You told me something, but you didn't do it. I've been there. It sucks. Let's not be that. We're going into business, we're learning the right values so that we can help their lives, yes? And that's why we're here. Learn it, teach it to your children. My son came up to me and was like, Mom, and explained he learned what a loan is and interest. He's 8 years old. It was awesome. It was a part of his homework. Yeah, I know. I took a picture I got to share with you guys. He calls Uncle Neil and said he wants to invest. He wants to invest. We have great conversations. How do you guys feel about our children's future in this little room? The conversation's different. It needs to be different. People need to know the truth. Because we control this. Learn more, simplify more, and share more. That's really all we do here. Their product, our strategy sells itself. You just have to learn how to sell yourself with your identity. 2, which vehicle will create your time and money freedom? How am I on time? Good? Okay. Am I doing all right? I'm a little rusty. It's not Zoom. It's not Zoom, and I kind of see your faces. I like your faces better. Okay, thank you. Which vehicle will create your time and money freedom? This is so key and crucial. So you can have intentional discipline on the right things. Either the skin or the game, or skin in the right game. Here, really quickly, you guys seen this when I was talking about fortune favors the bold. Here's why I know, and I sleep with so much peace that we're in the right place at the right time with the right people doing the right thing at the right, everything. You may not feel it yet, but once you stay plugged in and understand more, the odds are what? Yes, the odds are forever in your favor, because I cannot guarantee you're going to be successful here, but we can absolutely put a lot of odds in your favor. I just need odds in my favor. Again, I'm not asking for a handout. I don't need, give me something. Just give me an opportunity. That's all I need. And I'm going to take it. Right industry. If you guys didn't know, the top 3 sectors to create the most millionaires, financial services is number 1. Thank you. Number 2, healthcare. Number 3, technology. I believe we're all 3. But number 1, we're financial service first, but we know how to leverage technology. Yes, hint, hint, Wealth United FinTech, which you're going to hear from Dane, to make sure we create a lot of these. How many of you guys are interested in being a millionaire? Hey, I'm serious, and this is rate of change. $1 million today, I don't know, in California is nothing. To me, that's the new middle class. You know that, right? This is reality check. You guys are interested in making 6 figures? The 6-figure dream, 100,000, was back in the 80s. With inflation and everything, the equivalent today, it probably changed. It's probably $308,000 to be equivalent to the same 100,000 back in the 80s. You want to be the new middle class? Make $1 million a year, minimum, to have a comfortable life. If you want to live in America, I think we're all moving to Dubai. Is that fair to say, or are you guys thinking I'm greedy? That's the truth. That is the truth. And if you don't want to make $1 million for you because you're like, you know what, I don't need it, I'm just going to go live on a tree, good for you. How about your children? Branches. You going to have the branch? All good. I believe in minimum. I'm just saying, a certain lifestyle, this is all about lifestyle, it's going to require money. And if anyone tells you otherwise, that money is evil or money makes you sad, I think you should change your circle. I think money makes you happy. Money gives you choices. I'm not obsessed with money. I'm obsessed with my options I need. And I need money to do that. The right solutions. You saw how we solution. You're going to learn more. And the right group of people and the right timing. We don't need to go over this. We've been through this many, many times together. How many of you guys feel this? Mm-hmm. Notice I said feel. I didn't say how many of you guys think this is true. A lot of people can wave fancy stuff. We're an A-plus company. We've been around. We're the gigantic. I can fill up a whole football stadium. Good for you, but I don't feel. I don't feel it. It's not something I want to be around or I want to sacrifice for, the skin of the game, because it's not always going to feel good. You're making it all rainbows and butterflies. When it's bad, where are you going to leave me? And am I just a number? Or am I going to do shady things just to get it right? That we're not that company. And like I open, if you are, we will call you out. You're going to get a phone call from me, and you don't want that. A lot of us bully bullies for a living. It's facts. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. All right. Now, that was 2 W's already, right? The first one, knowing who you are, what you stand for. That's the same thing. That's character. 2, knowing your vehicle. And this vehicle naturally will develop you, yeah? It's going to require you to learn. It's going to require you to have other things. So your story is going to be someone else's survival guide. I need you to really, really understand this. We, Ensuring Impact, our platforms, wants you to be authentically yourself to attract and inspire people like you. You don't need another Denise. I don't need another Neil. I don't need another Dane. Because our community is attracted to us already because of the other W's, right? That's our network. How are you serving your network? How are you serving your community? How are you serving someone who speaks only your language? I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. I wish I could. Me, the overachiever, wanted to learn Spanish and Chinese when I first started this business. If you didn't know, I speak Vietnamese, kind of. Okay? The joke is, it's cute enough to work and broken enough to not be scandalous. You know, it's too smooth sometimes. It's like not trustworthy. But for me, they can hear my heart. I know this is good for you, uncle and auntie. Go back, you know, like whatever. This is good for you. They feel it. That's all they need. So how can I serve people faster? Is it easier for me and faster for me to learn Chinese and Spanish, or go partner with a Chinese and Spanish speaking person? Leverage, partner, collaboration, co-creation. That is business. That is impact. That's why you need to work on your W's. So you're taking notes. There's a reason why your life got disrupted here. You had a story, but sometimes you got so stuck in trying to sound like Denise, talk the OPM story, you forgot your own story. That's what I want. That's what we need to go market. Because your people are not going to care about reading things. They're going to care about how does it sound from your voice, because your voice sounds like my voice. Your accent sounds like my accent. Your dialect sounds like my dialect. That's marketing. That's education. So where in the OPM cycle did it hurt you? What was your OPM story? Did you not get optimization? Did you save everything in your pension, and all of a sudden they stole your pension? We have a few people here like that. We have some people who are 65, 72 years old on the team, client turned teammate, where they're so ready to retire, but last year they lost half of everything, and now they got to go back to work. That's why they're ensuring impact. Or did you not have protection when you needed it most? Heart attack, stroke, cancer, disability. And you wish someone told you the story. Are you going to read it in a newspaper? No. Someone in your community has to tell the stories for you to be attracted. That's why you're all here, yes? So what compels you to share? And I need all of us to go back there. That's how you're going to master your identity. That's how you're going to master your W's. The skin in the game is this. Your pain will be your power. Where did it hurt? And that's why you're here. And that's the story and the voice that we all need you to tell. The rest we can do. But I can't be you. Who will you journey with? The last W. This is so key. I don't know about you guys. I love our bunch. Yes? Can we get a cheer or whatever it is for ensuring impact? My goodness. The diversity, the authenticity, the heartbeat that we have here, I cannot wait to multiply. I cannot wait to compound this. The world needs to know. It takes community. You can have everything right, but if the 5 people around you are doing not what you want to do, you're not going to be where you need to be. I knew one of the biggest tricks, and someone taught me, or pro tip, was hang out with people more successful than you. Be the brokest and dumbest in the room. I'm still striving for that. You make 6 figures, hang out with some 7 figures. You think you're a hot shot because all your friends make 50 grand and you make 100 grand? Hang out with someone who makes $500,000. We talk different. We walk different. We treat people different. Community matters, especially when life is disrupted and disruptive.